YouTube? It's your boy Mixedkhor YT, aka Black King, and I'm back with another story time, bro. Listen, as you can tell by the title, man, today's story time is gonna be how I almost burned down the house. Yo, and not this house, like my old house from my hometown in Eastman, Georgia, bro. It's a little city. Shout out to them, bro. But yeah, so the story time is gonna be over how I burned the house down. And before we get into this video, man, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video, man. Let's get into it. All right, so it all started off when I was in where was I at? I was at my house, yeah. But like the night before, I think it was like it was the 4th of July, I think, and we was all at my friend's house, and he stayed like right behind me, and they was popping firecrackers and stuff. So he texted me in the morning, and he say I think he texted me on the Xbox, cause back then we had Xbox 360, and y'all know how you can message each other, cause I don't think we had phones back then. But so he texted me, he was like, "Hey bro, I got a firecracker that I can pop, but I ain't got no lighter. Do you got a lighter?" So to begin that, he tried to go in the house and take his mom lighter, bro. I promise you, we was the slyest kids, bro. Like we was good kids, but we just did some slick stuff. So he tried to go in there and get the lighter out his mom's room, but his mom was up in his room, so you know what I'm saying, he couldn't do it. So he asked me, he was like, "Hey bro, I need you to come in handy, bro. Like, I need you to see if you got a lighter." So I'm trying to look for a small lighter. I run to my house, I'm looking everywhere. I'm trying to look for the smallest lighter, so my mom, my dad won't really know what's going on. Like they won't really notice that lighter gone. So I couldn't find one. And they still in the room, sleep, they chilling, they either sleep, chilling. I don't know what they doing. They just in here chilling. But I hear the TV on, so I know they either sleep or they chilling. So I go in the kitchen, and I used to be a monkey when I was little. So I climb on top of the counter, the kitchen counter and stuff, and I looked over there by the little snacks, and I look up there and I see a red lighter, like them grill lighters, like them big old, like them long lighters, bro. So I grab it. I got the firecracker in my hand, bro. So I'm like, I'm gonna test it and see if it worked. But me not thinking, I was like, I need to take the lighter and so me and him can just pop it, like so me and him can just do it ourselves outside. But my dumb self gonna test it in the house. Well, actually, I don't know if he had another one, and I was just testing it to see if it was gonna work. I don't know, but all I know is, am I bad if I'm like, if I feel like I ain't telling the story like I know it, because this comes straight from the dome. Like, I don't do like everybody else. I don't write down nothing. I don't put nothing in my notes. This comes straight from the dome. Like, the whole story time comes straight from what I remember. So, all right, back to the story, man. So, all right, I'm in the house. I'm contemplating. I was like, dang, bro, should I light it in here, or should I just go outside and do it? But then again, I was like, if I do it outside, people gonna see it, then they gonna tell my parents. But if I do it in here, they might hear it. But if I do it in the bathroom, I ran the water, bro. I was in the bathroom, so I lit it, and then it started sparking. I was like, oh, jump. So like, I didn't know to put it in the water and it would just go away. I don't know. I was scared. I don't know why I didn't just throw it in the water, because water stops fire, of course. And it was one of those little ones. It was like, no, it's about like that long. So I was scared. I'm just holding it, and it's just sparking. It's just smoke everywhere. So my dumb self, I light it up. It started sparking. It got on my skin, so I jumped, and it fell on the floor, and it's still sparking. I'm trying to stump it. It's still going. I pick it up, man. I was like, I don't want to throw it in the tub with the water running. So I was like, you know what? I turned it off. I'm running throughout the whole house, not knowing what I want to do, bro. Like, I'm just out there. I'm outside with it. It's still sparking. Like, I don't know what kind of firecracker that was, bro, but I promise you that thing would not stop sparking. So, man, it's just sparking. I'm talking about, and it's just getting louder and louder. I done ran, and not to mention, bro, they in there, they don't know what's going on, bro. Like, they in there chilling. Like, I'm surprised they didn't even hear it. Like, they really, like, I don't know how they didn't hear it or smell it. So I do that. I throw it outside. I finally get it, to where it just stops. It just stops sparking. So, bro, after that happened, I mean, I go to the house. I'm like, dang, it's smoking in here. Like, I know they gonna come. Like, I know when they either wake up or come out of the room, they gonna see all this smoke. So I'm in there. I got like a towel. I'm trying to wave the whole house and everything. I'm trying to wave it, get all the smoke gone, bro. And it ain't go nowhere. So at this point, I'm panicking. Like, I'm really like panicking. I'm like 9, 10 years old, scared for my life, bro. I'm like, I'm finna get my butt whooped. And back then, bro, like I really got a whooping to get my stuff taken because I never got my stuff taken. I just got whooped. So, man, look, I go outside. I'm like, all right, I don't think they're gonna notice. I come back in. I say, you know what? They'll probably be like, the smoke probably coming from outside. And then I was like, I'm just use some Febreze. I use the Febreze. I'm spraying it everywhere. I go outside, bro. Go to his house, play basketball for a little bit. Come back because I know later on that day we was going somewhere. And so I do that, bro. And dang, bro. This is the part that I really messed up on. I come back inside and my mom walk out of the room right when I come in. Boom. And she just walking at first, like I'm not even noticing. Like I done forgot about the whole situation. And she come up to me and she was like, "Khor, you smell that?" I was like, nah, I don't smell that. I don't know what you're talking about. Cause mama she got like a hound dog nose, so she can smell everything. I was like, it's probably your nose just smelling something fall off. She was like, no, it smells like something burning in here. I was like, no, I don't know. She was like, actually, no, it smells like smoke. It smells like somebody done got on the grill and they like cooking. She was like, you ain't out there cooking this. I'm like, Mom, I'm 9 years old. How? So even though back then I knew how to grill, but you know what I'm saying? But she was like, bro, that smells strong. It smelled like you done burned something up in here. I was like, no, ma'am, I ain't burning nothing up. And then she look up and she see like the smoke residue is still in the air. I'm like, bro, I done went outside for like 30 minutes, come back in, the smoke still just trapped in the air, bro. I'm like, bro, my lucky day. So man, like, and she's like, what a lighter at? I was like, that's another thing I forgot. I forgot to put the lighter back up because she go in the kitchen. She looking for the lighter where it was when I got it. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. My dumb self, bro. I left the lighter outside, bro. I'm like, bro, like I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. Left the lighter outside. She was like, what the lighter at? I was like, oh, I don't know. So I go outside, I open the door, and then I act like I just didn't know. I was like, oh, probably my dad used it last night, but it's right here. She was like, no, because I set it there last night, and your dad went to sleep before me. I was like at this point, I'm like, my cover blown. Like, I can't make up no more excuses. So she was like, Khor, be honest now. And then my dad came out. I was like, oh, man. And back then, they thought when I started crying that I was lying. Like, that point, I was getting teary-eyed because I knew I was lying. But sometimes I used to cry just because I was just scared and nervous because I ain't know, you know what I'm saying? Back then, I just used to be scared of everything. But I started getting teary-eyed. She was like, you lying. Like, in her head, she didn't say it, but me knowing how my money is, I'm like, yeah, she know. So I told her, I was like, BJ, from last night when I was over there, we was popping firecrackers. She was like, yeah. I was like, well, BJ had some more left over from the night before, and he had wanted me to get a lighter, and we was gonna pop a firecracker outside. And then she was like, so you went and took our lighter? Then I was like, yes, ma'am. And then she was like, where you lit it at? And then I was like, well, I tried to light it up outside, but I lit it up in the house. And at this point, I told her, I was like, I did it in the bathroom, but I ran the water, but I was scared to throw it in the water because I didn't know what would happen. So at this point, she started laughing. So I'm thinking, oh, well, I'm good. And she think it's just funny. But then she get back serious. And like, everything just go downhill. And then she was like, so where it's at now? I was like, oh, I forgot to tell y'all, I threw it in the woods. I threw it in the freaking woods. And it was still popping. Like, it was still like, it wasn't, sprouting. Like, y'all know how firecrackers do. It wasn't really like popping big, but it was still like smoking. And I told her I threw it in the woods. She was like, are you serious? And I was like, yeah. She was like, Corey, what if you would started a wildfire? I ain't even think about that. Like, cause bushes, like, well, we was like, it's woods, like, it's a whole bunch of trees, like, right by our house that separate us from the highway. And me and my boys, we used to always go, like, all the way to the back to the highway, like, go through the bushes and everything, just be chilling. And I was like, yeah, I'll do it back there. And then that's when my dad get mad. My dad come in. He was like, Corey, what you doing? Blah blah blah. I was like, I'm finna get whooped, man. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm in there crying. I'm just, I'm in that bit flabbergasted. I ain't know what to do. I ain't know what to say. All I knew was I was gonna get in trouble. So knowing me, I just go in my room. Like after that, she ain't even say nothing to me. That's the thing. Like after she said that and I told her what happened, I just went in my room and I'm just shaking. I'm just scared. I got my game in there. I ain't even picked up the game controller. I ain't turned on the system, the TV off. I'm in my room chilling. I ain't even going outside or nothing like that. I'm in that bitch scared. I'm like, usually they say something and like I get whooped on the spot if I do something bad. But this time they ain't did nothing. So I'm just in there chilling. An hour go by. We getting ready to go somewhere. I think I don't know where we had went, but we just getting ready to go somewhere. And so I'm like, man, what they gonna do? What? I'm just confused at this point. I'm like, my parents ain't did nothing this time. They just in there chilling. So like, am I good? But then again, I'm like, or maybe they planning something worse. So we get ready to go, and I decided that, all right, I don't think they're gonna do nothing. So I turned on my Xbox, and then right when I turned my Xbox on, my dad come in the room. He was like, he just yelling. He was like, since you want to be bad, since you want to be grown, since you think you blah, 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 and this and that, you about to set the house on fire. This Xbox coming out your room and this TV coming out your room. You ain't coming out your room. You ain't doing nothing. You eat. I'll bring the food to you. You gonna eat in your room, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, wait, huh? You want me to eat in my room? I used to couldn't eat in my room. But yeah, so he took my stuff. I'm crying. I was like, no, just whoop me. Just like at this point, bro, I'm telling you, like they really, like after that, I didn't get in trouble no more. Like when I find out that parents don't just have to whoop you, because like, you know, once you get whooped a lot, it gets old. Like you get used to the pain. Like it hurts for like 20 minutes. That's it. Well, like you get whooped, boom, 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 and it's sore for like 20 minutes, and then you end up going to sleep anyway. So that takes off time too. And you just wake up, new person, brand new day. This time, they waited for an hour, bro. I should have got all my playing time in on the game that hour they waited. That come in the room right before we finna leave that house. He unplugged everything. I'm talking about he like yanking it out. I'm like, you just bought that for me. He yanking it out, yanking the TV plug out, yanking the Xbox out. All my games, took the controller, everything. I ain't got no TV to watch at night. I ain't got nothing. And man, ever since that point, bro, like, now that I think about it, I was like, that was dumb. And I really could have burnt the house down, bro. I'm talking about it sparks everywhere. I'm talking about big fire sparks. Like, not like fire, how can I explain it? I don't know, but it's like, y'all know how a firecracker do, and it's just everywhere. It's just smoke everywhere. The stove was on because I think it was cold. Because y'all know back in the day when you don't want to use your heat in the house, on your thermostat, you just open the stove and doggone, turn that thing on, heat up the whole house. But yo, bro, but that was a scary time. But now I done learned from that mistake, and I promise you, I'll never ever do that again. And I'm grown now, and I never do that again, cause that was I learned a lesson that day. Like, I literally, when I tell y'all, bro, I didn't ever get whooped again. I never got my stuff taken. Like, after that, it's like, I became so mature after that because I got my stuff taken. Like, I barely stayed in the house during the day. Like, my mom and my dad used to have to make me come inside because I never stayed in the house. And then once I did come in the house at nighttime, that was the time I would play the game and watch TV and just chill. Couldn't even do that. So, you know, moral of the story is, don't pop firecrackers in the house, bro. Because you will burn it down. And then if you do, and you try to get away with it, don't throw it on the grass. Don't throw it on, like, no wood. Don't throw it in the woods. If you're going to do that, just throw it on some cement and then stump it or do something. Pour some water on it. Matter of fact, yeah, do that. Pour some water on it because, bro, don't be like me and almost set the house on fire because that was dumb with me. And yeah. But man, I hope y'all like that story time, bro. And I will be coming back with another one. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let y'all decide what story time y'all want me to do. Like, I mean, just pick anything. And if I can remember something I did in my childhood or previously, just let me know in the comments, man. Make sure y'all get this video to at least 10 likes, bro. We going up this year, man. Like I said before, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on those post notifications to be a part of the Noti game, bro. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. We out.